Here's the second part of Prabowonomics. Let's look at the GDP growth target set by President Prabowo Subianto. It's 8%. Now, here's the surprise truth. Which countries are growing so high? India is growing at 8%. China is growing at about 5.2%. US is 2.5%. Singapore is only 1.1%. And at the moment, Indonesia is at 5%. So what is an 8% growth target? It's a lighthouse number. So if you were to set 8%, you would approach it differently compared to setting it at 5%. If the target is 5%, you would probably do things to protect 5% and make sure it doesn't go to 4% or 3%. But when the target is 8%, you could land anywhere 7% or 6%, which is still better than 5% growth. Now let's talk about the number of ministries that Indonesia has now. From 34, it increased to 48. Let's take a look at some of the other countries, and the surprise truth behind this number is that the US may be the smallest with about 15 such ministries. China has 26. India has 57. And mind you, that's the only economy that's growing at 8%. Indonesia, going from 34 to 48, is actually probably a strategy which is compartmentalization, which means you break it down into smaller pieces and then you focus so that each part of it can grow on its own. So the issue is not really about a large number of ministries. What it is about is how is it managed, how is it made efficient, and how can be held accountable for the KPIs given to the ministry. So let's now take a look at what are the benefits of an expanded cabinet. The first one is enhanced focus on regional development is possible. Indonesia is, after all, a very large country. The second surprise truth here is addressing sector-specific needs can be done. Agriculture, tourism, energy, all needed to have different approaches. The third point is greater adaptability to modern challenges. For example, climate change, public health, digitalization, etc. need a different approach. The fourth surprise truth here is improved public services and governance. We are talking about a lot of bureaucratic complexity and corruption that exists, and this can be changed with improved transparency, and it will allow us to allocate resources much more efficiently. And the last benefit or surprise truth would be that in order to support Indonesia's economic ambitions of an 8% growth, you do need a new strategy. So in my opinion, this is something that we can look forward to.